It's spelled on. Oh. Hello, fellow Rotarians and guests. Welcome to the Rotary Club of Pleasanton. This meeting is being recorded and will be available for viewing on the YouTube channel. I want to welcome our visitors. We hope you enjoy today's meeting and come back again. If any visitors want to learn more about Rotary, please see Ricky or Steve not Ben Loy. McCoy Thompson. I thought I'd get through this without flubbing it, but I didn't. I want to welcome all of our sponsors and all of our guests. And I want to thank our greeter, and that's Jed Duke. Well, is Jed here? No, it was Gino. It was Gino. And our attendance taker, Sherry, and welcome back, Sherry, after your surgeries. And Jeff Williams for treasurer. Thank you. All righty, let's say the pledge. Randy. And please be seated. All right, I'd like to ask Dick Stafford to do We Care.
Hello, everybody. It's on. Hello, everybody. Anyone have a We Care today? Just one. Okay. And one, as long as things keep going the way we hope they will be to South Africa, which will be a big adjustment, a big change for us. And we're hopeful to have a third funded before the year is half over. So we may get a third one this year. Anyway, that's kind of the update on the projects, right, Nancy, Gary? Any other We Care, personal We Cares? Going once? Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you, Dick. At this time, for our inspiration, I'd like to call up Richard Mankins. No, not this time. Also known as Richard Wilkinson.
Thank you, President Jim. Yeah, clearly I am not Richard Mankins. I am Richard Wilkinson. And let me explain. About 4 months ago, Richard Mankins asked me if I could do a blood drive as part of my community service efforts here. And I said, sure thing. Sounded easy, but it turns out it's very difficult to get a blood drive if you don't own an actual physical building. So I was working with the American Red Cross, Stanford Blood Bank, and neither one of them wanted to help us. So ultimately, the way that I worked it out was they let us tag into the city of Pleasanton. So Ricky, if you could bring that up. We are going to be doing a blood bank donation on Tuesday, March 4th. And if you want to go to the website, you can just scroll. Ricky's going to show you here. You can just scroll to the calendar on the website, and you can just click on the link there. You need to register at the Stanford Blood Bank to participate. And so I'm here instead of Richard because by the time I got this organized, he had planned the entire month of February on vacation. So this is my fault, not his. But what he did is he graciously wrote down his story. And so my inspiration today will be to read his story to inspire you. And I want to just start out by saying community service is open to everybody. It is not a pressure-filled situation. If you don't believe in giving blood, if you physically cannot give blood, that's fine. The point of this is to reach out and to save lives if we can. So now I'm going to go into my next persona. So this is from Richard Menkins. My story starts back in college in the early 1980s when I wrote a paper on the American Red Cross and its many different community service functions. Donating blood was just one of the many services that the Red Cross provides. So while I was writing the paper, I thought maybe I should start practicing some of the things I'm learning about. So that started my blood drive donation journey. After donating that first time, I then helped organize several blood drives at San Jose State University. I quickly came to realize that only a small percentage of people who are eligible to donate do so. Flash forward to the 90s, and I was working in Silicon Valley when there was a mass shooting at the company in Sunnyvale where I was working. There was an immediate need for whole blood donations to help some of the victims who had been wounded. Many others stepped up to donate. This began my period where I would donate every 8 to 12 weeks at the Stanford Blood Bank in Mountain View. Donating had become a habit for me. It felt like giving such a small thing as a pint of blood was so easy to do. Over the next 20 years, I continued to donate, but much less frequently. There was always an excuse of I'm busy at work or some other reason. In the spring of 2020, of course, COVID hit and no one wanted to go anywhere and no one wanted to donate blood. However, there was still a need for blood. I started donating again every 8 to 10 weeks at the Red Cross here in Pleasanton. Shortly after COVID hit the world, cancer struck my late wife, Terry, and I learned that blood platelets are desperately needed for cancer patient treatments. My wife was one of several family members who were impacted by cancer from 2020 to 2024. With those impacts, the glaring need for blood products became even more important to me. While the need for blood is always there for routine surgeries and accidents, there is more to this than just giving blood to help. Give your time and a pint of blood can and literally does save someone's life. Many routine medical procedures and treatments we take for granted currently would not be possible without the availability of blood products. I urge all fellow Rotarians who can donate to consider taking the time to do this. On March 4th, there is only one source for blood. There isn't a factory that can ramp up production. The only one that can give life is you. Thank you.
Thank you, Richard. And thank you, Richard. Steve Van Dorn has a quick announcement. That's why he's standing up.
Thank you, President Jim. It's great to see so many familiar and non-familiar faces. So welcome, everybody. I just came back from a cruise to the Caribbean with my wife. We had a great time. And I wanted to share a couple of gifts with our president. And following Dr. Burke's example, I brought some very valuable items that I think you can use. These are future cruises that I think you should look at after you finish your president's in June. So take a look at those. I think you'll like those. And this is very important here. This is a laundry bag that is highly coveted on cruise ships. So you can use this when you go on the cruise with Norwegian Cruise Lines. And then I also brought you some one of these coasters. And 1966, that's the year NCL began service on the seas. So yeah, there you go. And then last, but certainly not least, I got you something that's actually valuable. And that is a t-shirt of the islands that we went to. So There you go. Very cool. All right. You're welcome.
Thank you, Steve. I appreciate that. I'll put the shirt on later. At this time, we have a student of the month from Amador, and I'd like to introduce Ann Shu, who will present our student with her certificate and check.
Thank you. Good afternoon, fellow Rotarians. Today, I would like to invite Zara Nassar from Amador Valley High School. Her mother is visiting, and our vice principal from Amador, Melanie. So would you like to come here? So Zara Nassar is the student of the month for January 2025 from Amador Valley High School. And I would like Melanie to speak a few words, the reason she's receiving this award.
Thank you. And this is such an honor and a privilege to be here with Zara today. She's a very special student, super involved in Amador. She is a junior this year and is taking really, really hard classes, all AP. So she's a very, very busy student. And on top of that, she's in our ASB, our associate student body, involved in that. And then she is also in our leadership program where Ms. Connolly just absolutely adores her. And she takes such initiative to be involved in projects in any way that she can. And we are just so thrilled that she is winning this award today, because Zara is not only just a light in our school, but she's just a wonderful human being. So please give a round of applause for Zara.
Thank you. So on behalf of our club, I'm going to present her with a certificate and a $100 check.
Hi, thank you so much for having me here today. As Melanie said, I love doing what I do, being a part of leadership and running the things that we do for the class of 2026 as the president. Right now, we're working on prom and ball, making sure that all the students at our school have an amazing night that night, and also have the funding they need to fund their own projects, and also be able to participate, any student be able to participate in the projects that we put on at school, like other dances and activities. So thank you so much for having me here. Hope you have a great day.
Congratulations. As a former principal of Amador, I'm always very proud to see our students continuing the great work. Roger Emmett has a announcement.
Thank you, President Jim. I don't have a fancy bag like Steve Van Dorn, but I just got back from Maui and I go there every once in a while. But this time I thought I'd bring a couple of things back for Steve. So, I mean, I don't like public speaking, remember? Anyway, this is a picture of a whale tail. So when you do go to Hawaii, you'll know what to look for.
Okay.
Okay, it's a postcard. It's an old postcard, actually. Been laying around our place for maybe 5 years.
It's to your mother. It's to your mother.
Yeah, wow, you know. There's a workout place called Orange Theory Fitness. I don't know if any of you know about that, but they have one in Maui. And if you put this on your car, wherever you go, people are going to like you. Okay.
All right.
Okay, this is a key. This is a key to the storage unit at our condo. And in it is a half of a snorkel, a pair of fins, and a snorkel without the mask. So if you ever go to Maui, you're welcome to use it. Okay. And last but not least, something that's really valuable, as Steve would say, a box of chocolates.
Thank you very much. So what I'd like to ask now, thank you, Roger. Are there any visiting Rotarians?
I do have a visiting Rotarian. I'd like to introduce Josh from the Rotary Club North, the lesser of the two greatest Rotary clubs in the classification of Big O Tires and Wheels Tires. And great shop. I go there all the time. So welcome, Josh.
President Jim, fellow Rotarians and guests, from the Rotary Club of, in the category of, please welcome
And do we have any guests of Rotarians? No, no guests of Rotarians?
Yes, we have a guest.
Okay. Oh, there we are.
Yana, please stand up. Everybody knows you, but this is Yana Theodoro. She is now the COO of the Pleasanton Chamber, worked with past President Steve and a lot of us who are in the chamber, and we just want to welcome her. Welcome, Yana.
Welcome, Yana. Ricky, over here, over here.
I thought you were my wife, ignoring me. Well, she's off in Pismo. No, because you were ignoring me. Anyway, Brad, it's good to see Brad back, and your knee good. We're praying for Brad. Okay, we have 4 sons, and my the 4th son, #1 right-hand man, helping me keep the things going in business, Evans regularly.
Ricky, do we have any Zoomers today? Hi, Julie. How are you?
Hi,
Welcome.
everybody. Good to see you.
And,
Today we have, I would like to introduce Siki Lee. She's the director of Area 3 Interact Clubs of Pleasanton, Dublin, and Livermore. So welcome.
welcome. Any guests of Rotarians? Okay. Ricky, you have an announcement.
Yes, I have one. I want to have you all grab your phones, please, and put on your calendar for April the 9th. It's a Wednesday evening, and speaking of the chamber, we are co-hosting for the first time as a Rotary Club with Sensiba. John, please stand up. Everybody give John a hand. John is going to co-host at his office with us because you need a space, and it's an opportunity for us to let the community and the city know what Rotary is all about, and hopefully maybe get a member or two from that chamber mixer and just let people know what all the good things we're doing as a club. Thank you so much, John, for co-hosting with us. Put it on your calendar, April 9th. We want everybody in the club that can come to come. It's a Wednesday night, food and drinks, complimentary from the chamber. Please come. Thank you. It's going to be at John's office. John sends him his office. Yes. Yeah, you'll get information. Just put it on your calendar, okay? I'll send you the address. If you can't look it up on maps, I'll send it to you.
All right, Ricky, it looks like we have time for a song and perhaps a video.
Angelo Caruso. I am in Hamburg, Germany, but I just met a guy from Scotland. This is Peter Krohn from Scotland. How are you?
Hi everyone, my name is Peter Krohn, as Michael says, and I'm from Rotary in Galashiels district in the south of Scotland.
And Peter, what's the story with the outfit, man?
The outfit, the purple in the kilt, comes from the Purple for Polio campaign that we do back in Scotland. The badge, which is more important, the badge is one of the most secret societies known in Rotary.
Secret?
Secret? Wow.
You say secret, you raise your eyebrows.
Well, I certainly do.
Why is it secret?
It's so secret because it's only for Rotarians who like whiskey.
Tell us about it.
The whiskey, we go to a convention, a conference, an event with Rotary, and we ask the hotel, how much whiskey off the monkey shoulder do you have behind the counter?
You see, I usually ask, do you have double beds or single beds? You ask, do you have whiskey?
Do you have whiskey? That's important because we don't go to bed. So why book a room when you can book a bar?
Sometimes I have whiskey and then I go to bed. I need both.
No, you don't need both.
Please continue.
Right, so we ask the barman how many bottles, however many bottles they have. The society within Rotary, the monkey shoulder one, we then proceed to drink all the bottles in the bar.
Wow.
And when we're finished, the barman removes the pin from the bottle, and we then put Rotary behind it with the pin. And it is Rotary that underpins the Monkey Shoulder Society.
Perhaps the most clever marketing campaign we have ever undergone. It is too bad that it's a secret.
It's a very secret, Michael, but it's a very inclusive secret.
Peter
So
Krohn,
join today.
Always nice to see you, sir.
Thank you.
Have fun while you're singing it. Let's go. We're the world's greatest Rotary Club in Pleasanton. We give thanks when our work is done. We do our best with the 4-way test. We do good and have fun. We do good and have fun. We give scholarships from a spirit round. We do good and have fun. The world's greatest Rotary Club in Pleasanton. We do good and have fun. We all share when we give the chance. We do good and have fun. We're the world's greatest Rotary Club in Pleasanton. We do good and have fun. We do good and have fun. We do good and have fun. Come on, we do good. We do good. For the last time, we do good and have fun. 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 Yeah.
Thank you, Ricky. Thank you, Don. And at this time, I'd like to introduce someone who needs no introduction. In fact, he was supposed to write me an introduction, but he didn't do it. So Larry Ananis. Oh, Annis. Thank you for that mispronunciation. I've never had my last name mispronounced before. So, yeah, it's what I mean. Yeah. I have been asked to give some introductory remarks on the history of the Rotary Club of Pleasanton and how the Spirit Run and other activities we've done has impacted the city of Pleasanton. And so I want to thank all of the sponsors here, whether they are first-time sponsors or repeat sponsors, that you are really joining a 60-year legacy of the citizens of Pleasanton, helping not only other citizens of Pleasanton, but people from around the world as well. So you are now in that esteemed group of being able to do that. And we sincerely hope that you will join us in subsequent years as well. Real quick, I want to give you a dusting of some of the things that we've done, not only for the sponsors to understand, but for some of our
old time members to remember what we've done and some of the new members to realize what we have done in the past. So the club was started July 17th, 1965. And so locally, starting in 68, we've given over $1 million in scholarships, $1 million in scholarships to Pleasanton High School students from all high schools. We have done creek cleanup. We've done student of the month. We've built Rotary Park. We sponsored Interact. We've done a cleanup along the Main Street Bridge. We built a retaining wall along the Pleasanton-Tulin Single Bridge. We've helped put in the Centennial centerpiece pillars on the south end of Main Street. We've helped install the blue dots in the middle of the road. And if you don't know, haven't seen them, we'll keep an eye for the blue dots in the middle of the road. And someone will explain what that's all about. We put the first bleachers up in Ken Mercer Park. We fixed up Pioneer Cemetery for years and years and years. We cleaned it up before the big boys came in and fixed it. Just last year, we gave $36,000 to community nonprofits around here. So you multiply that times 60 years or so. On average, we've given hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars for virtually every nonprofit in town. So that's kind of all of this stuff is done without 1 cent of overhead expense. The members of the Rotary Club of Pleasanton have given their money and time 100%. There's been no additional administrative expenses. From an international standpoint, which we started doing about 25 years ago or so, since 2000, we have donated over 10,000 wheelchairs to people in Latin American countries. We have, since 2020, through the efforts of the Harringtons, we have provided, and they have provided over $150,000 so that they can put clean facilities in the various countries in Africa, just in the last 5 years. We have our club, mostly Tom Fox, has gone on over 40 Rotoplast trips internationally, which is an association that helps repair cleft palates and cleft lips. It's a tremendous program. Just in 1999, coincidentally, in my presidential year, we facilitated the citizens of Pleasanton donating $80,000 to the city of Tulansingo when they had a massive flood there. We facilitated all the funds being funneled to go down there and help them. So those are some of the international things that we have done. So we are very proud of what we've done, and we can't thank you enough this year, in past years, and hopefully in future years of sponsoring our Spirit Run and our other events. Thank you.
Gino, I think you're up next. There you are.
So we invite all of our sponsors because none of this works if we don't have generous contributions from our community. And so today we've invited and we have with us the pleasure of many of our sponsors who aren't members. And of course, many of our members do sponsor as well. So every year after the Spirit Run, which is held in October around Halloween, we have a lunch and we invite you here, and lunch is on us. And we have a little token of our appreciation. So I'd like to do is call up the sponsors that could make it here. You're welcome to say a couple words. You don't feel like you have to. If you don't, you risk me or Deanna saying something on your behalf, and that could go either way. But let's get started. So we have a wonderful community supporter in many, many ways over the years, and certainly here, Fremont Bank and Brian Gentry.
Well, Fremont Bank's been proud to be a sponsor of the Spirit Run since about 1997, I think. And we were a major sponsor for a few years. John, of course, was a major sponsor for many, many years. So we're just very happy to be involved and see all the good things that the club does with the funds.
Thank you, Brian. And thank you, Fremont Bank. Yeah, I just want to mention, John Sensiba and his organization. He's been a wonderful supporter of this event, along with a lot of other things over the years. This year he passed the banner on, and we are looking for a new title sponsor. John took that on for years and it sort of served as the base and foundation for all of our other fundraising efforts. It's important that we find somebody to replace him. I want to also let you all know before we go on, we did nevertheless manage to raise $52,000 in sponsorship money this year. In addition to that, we got about $15,000 in-kind donations to put on what is a wonderful event. And so if anybody who hasn't thought about upping their sponsorship level, title sponsor is a big deal. John would be happy to tell you all the benefits of it and the burdens. And anyway, all right. Next, we have Old Republic title. And who's here for Old Republic title? Carolyn and Paula, please. Thank you both. Here is your certificate. Do you care to say anything?
We're happy to support the Rotary and the community of Pleasanton. Thanks for having us today.
Next we have Mario Holmes. Okay. And Brianna Amario. Thank you very much for your continued support.
Thank you.
We rehearse this.
I forgot already, Gino. I'm so sorry. Thank you on behalf of our Mario Homes and myself and Deanna. So it's a pleasure to serve the community in this way, and we appreciate you guys very much. So thank you.
Thank you. All right. One of our really important in-kind supporters is this is a run. This is a 5K and a 10K run. And you know what, some people can get injured and we need to make sure we have emergency services and qualified people. And Clay Sensiba has graciously over the years volunteered to be here to serve us in that way. And we want to recognize him here. Thank you, Clay Sensiba. Here's your certificate. Do you want to say anything, Clay? You don't have to.
Well, it's always nice to be appreciated. And it's been a pleasure to serve this club and the community I grew up in various capacities for over 20 years now. I was doing the math on the way here. It's been a blast. I'm looking forward to more. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much, Clay. Okay, another great community sponsor who supported us over the years, over and over again. We can count on Heritage Bank. So thank you, Rhea. Your certificate?
Thank you. Thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to be a sponsor. Thank you to Marjorie, who came from Heritage Bank as well. She's always on top of it and helping me to get indoctrinated into the town. And now I know most of the people in this room, the clients, as well as an opportunity to get back to the nonprofits, which Rotary does. And we're just very appreciative for that. And we're celebrating our 31st anniversary. I've got my newbie here. His name is Matthew Huey. So make sure to say hi to him. Thanks again for giving us.
Matthew, future Rotary member. Okay, another great supporter of this event and of the community. I'd like to recognize Big O Tires, and I think we have Doug, is it that I meant? Josh, sorry. Josh, thank you very much.
Thank you for inviting me to the dinner. And I like supporting Rotary because of all the things that you do in the community and like to help out. So thank you. Yep.
Yes. Okay, next up, we already met her as a guest. Yana from the Greek Orthodox Church. And also now running the Pleasanton Chamber of Commerce. Thank you, Yana. I would have tried your last name, but I would have got it wrong.
Okay. Thank you so much. I'm going to accept this on behalf of the Resurrection Greek Orthodox Church. The church is located currently in Castro Valley, but will be breaking ground here in Pleasanton, over by the Pleasanton Marriott, kind of right there on the frontage road there. Hopefully in the next soon. I'm going to say soon. But no, hopefully before cook seafood. The church reached out and said, we'd love to get more involved in the community as we look forward to moving here. And I said, well, what better place than Rotary? So they sponsored the run, and we really thank you for that. So
Absolutely. Thank you, Yana. This one's near and dear to my heart. This is a wonderful community supporter over the years. It's a very benevolent enterprise of lawyers. You know them as Hogue Fenton. I'm not going to accept the award. Instead, one of my colleagues is here, Alex Ramon. Alex is one of our superstar litigators. He's an excellent trial lawyer. He lives here in Pleasanton with his beautiful wife and 2 children. And I think he's come in second twice on the 10K run. And you might tell us about, he's got some sort of a school record for cross country at Occidental College. So, and his wife tells me that she runs much faster than you.
So as a relatively new dad, what you guys do here means a lot to me. My mom was an educator down in San Jose. She always told me how important it was to have the community support to make schools like Amador Valley, Foothill, Walnut Grove, spectacular places to send your kids. That's why we came here. That's why we're happy to be here. You will see our family supporting the Pleasanton Spirit Run every year, so long as we're not injured. So thank you.
All right. Dahlia from Specialty Inspections. Specialty Inspections has been a great, consistent sponsor over the year. Platinum sponsors and finish line sponsors. Thank you, Dahlia.
I'll just say thank you on behalf of Specialty Inspections. I'm filling in for Mark today. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming. Me too. Okay. Many of you know this organization, Stanford Healthcare Tri-Valley. They've been a great community sponsor since coming here to the Tri-Valley area. They're doing wonderful things. And on behalf of Stanford Healthcare Tri-Valley, the chair of the Community Ambassador Relations Board that I'm privileged to serve on, along with Bob Shapiro.
Thank you, Gino. Stanford is very, very invested in this community, to the businesses, the organizations, the nonprofits, and for you. And we're very proud to be part of this organization and love it. Thank you.
Thank you, Bob. Another consistent sponsor of the Spirit Run, a community institution, a place that I hope brings as much sunshine to your lives as it has to mine and my family's over the years. I'd like to welcome Bob Rossi in the Sunshine Saloon. Thank you, Bob, for your continued support.
Nice to see so many familiar faces around here. But it's our pleasure to contribute to this thing here and to be in the same room as so many great sponsors here. So keep up the good work. We're on for next year. Great.
Thank you, Bob. All right, next I'd like to recognize Service Champions. They've been a great supporter of this event every year consistently, and a great community sponsor, and participant in a lot of other ways too. So thank you very much, Frank.
Thank you. Thank you. Great to be here. Great to be longtime partners with the Rotary Club and looking forward to many, many years. Next year, we'll bring more sunshine around, just like other folks, and have more team members in the race next year. Appreciate you. All right. Great. Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to invite Kathy Alameda, Salmon Yang and Alameda. I can't say enough about how much Kathy does to keep this event going, keeping me and Deanna moving forward in the right way, along with there's other very important people, and we'll get to that towards the end. But Kathy Alameda deserves special recognition for all that she does for this event and this club. And we are pleased to give you this certificate. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys. You're great. You're awesome. And you know you're awesome because Salmon Young and Alameda has been a sponsor of this organization for I don't know how long. I retired about 2 years ago, kind of. And I'm thanking this year my partners, Percy Yang, Deborah Doble, Jennifer Castelluccio, and Rich Gordon. They're my replacements. Of course, they more than replacements, but and they are very, very good about participating in this event as well. They think a lot of the things that we do for the community, and I'm really proud of us. Thank you.
All right, and our next sponsor to recognize is an entity owned by one of our members who's near and dear to our heart, Mark Tanis, California Business Technology. Please come up.
Thank you very much. As many of you might know, my wife Christine Tanis is a co-owner of California Business Technology, and the club actually helped her out when she had a little medical setback with the Helping Hand fundraising effort. She didn't bat an eye when I asked her, okay, can we give back and be a sponsor for the Spirit Run? She said yes. So that was really good. As long as I'm here too, and I also wanted to give some special thanks to Pleasanton Unified School District because with the internship program and the cybersecurity apprenticeship program, they've really helped raise our bar to be a better cybersecurity IT support firm. So thank you, PUSD. Thank you.
Okay, these are two long-term members. I can't say enough about Brad and Sandra Hurst. They've been consistent sponsors of this event and create I'm not going to say anything you don't already know, but please come up and accept your certificate. We bring it to you.
I'd just like to say that Rotary is integral to Pleasanton. It's integral to the United States. It's integral to the world. We do many things because we love people. We love getting back. We all have a responsibility to make the world a better place.
Thank you, Brad. Okay, in the similar vein, I want to recognize both Larry Annis and his much better half, Carolyn. We have certificates for both of you. Please come up. We appreciate your support and all you do for not only the Spirit Run, but for the Chamber. And I should say my first year as being part of the Spirit Run sponsorship committee, Larry was the chair of the whole event and kind of showed me and everyone else who hadn't done this before the ropes, how to get this done, and the importance of just being involved. So thank you very much. So you both get one. Carolyn, would you like to speak or do we want to hear Larry again? Thank you.
No.
Thank you.
Well, this was kind of a selfish reason why I wanted to support you because this is the only run back in the day when I was running that ever came in first place for my age group. Secondly, I think it's really important to support local organizations, particularly the ones that you understand where your funds are going. So anyway, kudos to Rotary.
What she said.
Thank you both. Another one of our members and past president, who's a big supporter in this year, really was instrumental in driving this the Spirit Run forward. And I don't know if he's a chair or co-chair, but he did a lot of the heavy lifting along with Kathy Alameda. Steve Van Dorn.
Thank you so much. Well, as everything you hear, it's a team effort. And we had a great team. We need more team players. So those of you that didn't help us this year, we hope you help us next year because I convinced Kathy to do it with me one more year. You're still in, right? Yeah, I asked 4 more years, but one will work. And just so you know, mark your calendars. What is the date of the race this year? Anybody know? October 26th. So it'll be the Sunday before Halloween. So thank you all for your support, especially our sponsors. We couldn't do it without you. And thank you guys. Awesome.
Thank you, Steve. So it pains me a little bit on this next one, but under the idea that iron sharpens iron, I'm pleased to have my dear friend Jed Dooley, attorney at Spencer Fane, competitor of sorts. But they graciously stepped in with a generous sponsorship, and I know Jed very well, and he's a great longtime resident of Pleasanton with 2 beautiful daughters and a wife. And Jed, thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone. Spencer Fane is a proud sponsor of Spirit Run. Well, the firm's new to California. The attorneys out here practicing are not. We average almost 20 years. We have almost 40 attorneys now in California, both in the Bay Area and in Southern California, and over 600 attorneys nationwide. So if you have any legal needs locally or nationally, we're happy to help you.
That's right. If Alex and I are busy, call Jed. You might think about the title sponsorship next. Sounds like you can afford it. All right. Fellow Rotarian and longtime sponsor of this event and consistent sponsor of this event, Tom Fox. Thank you, Tom.
Thank you very much. And what Carolyn really wanted to say is she likes to have Larry involved because then he's out of the house a lot.
I think the rest of these are fellow Rotarians. So Randy Brown, thank you very much. Please come on up. Randy helps us in so many ways in the club, but on the Spirit Run, he basically helps us with the barbecue, make sure we're fed and have a great time.
And my trailer, don't forget my trailer, going to get all the tables and chairs. It's always my pleasure.
Thank you, Randy. Next, another in-kind sponsor, fellow Rotarian, who provides fruit and nutrition for us every year, Gary Schwager.
I'm speechless.
And of course, the man responsible for the barbecue, Mike Osterman. Thank you. I'm reticent to give Mike the microphone. Yes. No, sir, one more. One more.
You know, as I came up here, I almost tripped over Brad Hurst with his bad knee. But it reminds me, I'm having a knee replacement, right knee replacement on June 27th. So there you go. I want you guys to, you know, think about me from now until I have the surgery. Anyway. Thank you. We do the barbecue. We've been doing the barbecue for several years. Randy helped out this year. Very ably, I would say that you are a master barbecuer. Probably, is Bob Brown here? No. Okay, I would say you're a little better than Bob Brown. I don't know who we're going to have do it next year, either Bob Brown or Randy or Ricky, or, you know, I don't know even if I have to participate. This year I participated by kind of sitting and watching and making sure everything was going the right way. And we started drinking beer about 8:30. About 8:30. And had a cigar and appreciated everybody sticking around and having some barbecue with us.
Thank you, Mike. Okay, of the people that I believe are here, and if we have overlooked someone that's here, I greatly apologize, but we've done our best. Longtime Rotarian, and great supporter of this event and anything that you ask of him, usually. Bill Burke, please come up. Thank you, Bill.
Thank you so much. I just wish that I could be running along with everybody else.
Maybe next year, we'll see. Okay, well, we have certificates for the rest of the sponsors, which we'll send to them. I just want to give out their names. So we have Martin Eisner, Martin Walden Eisner, Eric Martin. Over there. Jim Golseth, Alpha Omega, Adams Pool Solutions, Amos Productions, Van Pelt Construction Services, Ally Building Company, Amy Lewing Studios, and I'm sorry they couldn't be here today. The Bay Club of Pleasanton, Pleasanton Garbage Services, Monterey Private Wealth, Gary Alt, Dennis and Varsha Claire, Beth Atterbury, CPA, and the Henry Levy Group, Pleasanton Reynolds, the Sidetrack, not to be confused with the Sunshine Saloon, everybody. Workbench, True Value Hardware, the Pleasanton Weekly, and Embarcadero Media, and Studio Blue, Bay Area Sanitation, the Farmers Market, Jean's Fine Foods, and everybody's favorite Meadowlark Dairy, Car Wealth Management, and of course, Fleet Feet. So that's a list of sponsors. We're going to be at this again starting soon. Raising money. I hope you'll all think about contributing. If you have any ideas about other potential sponsors that we haven't thought of and you have a connection, Feel free to reach out to them directly or reach out to Deanna or to me or to Mr. Van Dorn, because I heard him say he was going to chair the committee again, sort of. Is that what I heard? Very good. Very good. All right. And of course, we did $52,000 this year. We'd like to get it up over 65 for next year. That'll be our goal. So let's see what we can do, everybody. Yes, Mr. Fox. Did I? I'm sorry. I should have. Gino and Deanna co-chaired the sponsorship committee.
Great job.
Yeah. Well, we had a lot of help.
Well, I want to thank you both for the presentation. I'd like to thank everyone for being here and for all the hard work you've done and your contributions to our club and to the city of Pleasanton and beyond. So at this time, I'd like to adjourn the meeting.